Everybody, Keith Hilson at the Trombone Shop Instrument Music, back with another instrument review for you. So we've been talking for over the past 6 months about the Lawler trombones here. So these are the custom-made instruments by Roy Lawler out of Tennessee. And up till now, we've had a couple of his different models, and specifically the Model 1, Model 2. But we were really excited. We just got in his Model 3. This is a fairly new design of his, just introduced within the last year or so. And there's a couple really interesting features with it. The big one is the design of the tuning slide. So this is an idea that he borrowed from Earl Williams. And so the whole idea here is that the whole tuning slide mechanism starts here, ends here, so everything moves like so. So the idea here is that it's a quasi tuning and slide kind of setup. So the whole idea with the tuning and slide is that we're eliminating, any of the excess movement with the air as it comes through here. Now this isn't exactly the same idea, but it accomplishes more of that. So especially when we get up to this area here, we're not disrupting the airflow quite the same way as we're heading into, the enlarging portion of the tuning slide. So it's an interesting concept. So like I said, we've been really excited to try this out. So I'm going to do a little bit of playing on this. I'm not going to do a lot, and I'm going to talk about that after we're done here, but I'm going to do a little bit of playing. So we're going to be playing this on a dual bore hand slide from his. So this is a 500-508 dual bore hand slide. We'll talk about the bell flare in a minute. I'm going to be playing all of this on a Bach 6.5. So far, my experience with the Model 3 has been quite a bit different than the Model 1, Model 2. With both of those, they feel a little bit more familiar. Now, of course, the big difference between them is the distance on the bell section. The Model 1 has the bell a little bit further out, more like kind of standard con-king kind of setup. The Model 2 is what he calls his ballroom style. It's a little bit further in. There's subtle differences in how the response happens here because we're elongating this area here with the Model 2, but mostly it's more in the feedback, how much sound I'm getting, what's happening with the projection, everything. The Model 3 is a very different beast. But there are a few things that may be giving it a little bit of different sensation here as well. So first off, I'm playing this on the lightweight nickel silver dual bore hand slide, which I have not experienced with his horns before. That may be affecting the airflow a little bit. The other thing that might be having an interesting impact on this is the bell flares. So up till now, we've really ordered in the .022 gauge bell flares, a little bit thinner bell gauge. With this one, because I wanted to have some options, I ordered in a little bit thicker. So this is the .025 gauge, 7.5 inch red brass bells, or bell flares. So the experience I'm getting with this so far is it's quite a bit more open. So it's using the air differently. There's a more rounded outside to the sound. It centers really, really nicely. When the notes lock in, it's beautiful. But I do feel like it takes a little bit more effort to get the initial response, and especially the upper range, I feel it pushing a little bit. Now, all that being said, I'm attributing at least part of that to the heavier bell flare. So this is, again, something I'm really excited. We have a couple of other, like Model 1, Model 2 coming in as well. I'm really excited to see how these bell flares match up with those, and how a little bit lighter bell flare matches up with this. So this is kind of a review on hold here. This is a starting point, but I'm really excited to see what some of the other combinations are going to do with this. But so far, I'm very intrigued. It's a very unique concept, something that we really haven't seen implemented on any other instruments, anytime the past, who knows how many years. And so it's a very interesting concept, and I'm excited to spend some more time with it. So if you have any initial thoughts on what you heard here with the Model 3, or any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments below here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to our channel. Check us out on all of the social media, and keep an eye out for the upcoming review with the Model 3 with some of the different Lawler configurations. So thanks as always for watching, everybody.